Hey there, friends and fellow pigsters. The live stream is coming right up, so you guys should sit down, kick back, maybe grab a cold one and enjoy the wait. And if you're a fan of elevator music, well, you're in luck, because you could expect about 10 minutes of it. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what Piggy says when he goes live. Hey there, friends and fellow pigsters. The live stream is coming right up, so you guys should sit down, kick back, maybe grab a cold one and enjoy the wait. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what Piggy says when he goes live. Rigor mortis, rigor mortis, rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. Okay. See, I did a little bit of a thing there. I didn't reset my audio source. So the audio that's coming out is truly clean. Let me test my audio though. Let me test my audio here. Fuck. What's that 90s? Fuck, man. What's that 90s rap song? What's that rap? It's from the 90s. You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Let me test my audio here, using this. This is gonna be harder than I thought, but we're gonna do this. Okay. Here we go. If your chick come close to me, she ain't going home when she supposed to be. I'm getting money like I'm supposed to be. I'm getting money like I'm supposed to be. Oh, all the niggas close to me. And all them other niggas where they supposed to be. Oh, the hoes go for me. Have your chick send a pic like pose for me. That's how it supposed to be. That's how it supposed to be. Oh, yo, that's how it supposed to be. Everything good like it supposed to be. Pull up to the club and it go up. Go up. Make your girl fall in love when I show up. It's not my fault she wanna know me. She told me you was just a homie. She came down like she knew me. Gave it up like a groupie. True. And that's facts, no printer. No printer. Cold nigga. Cold nigga. Okay, my audio's good. I'm glad my audio's solid. Hey guys, welcome to a little bit of a hot piggy live stream. You know the usual. Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Sundays, 9 p.m. I'm probably gonna do them earlier. Honestly, probably gonna do them earlier, just to see how that goes. I know I put a little bit of a post a couple weeks ago saying, "Hey guys, you guys vote. I'm gonna leave it up to the pig cake community." But here's the thing about the pig cake community: you think you could trust them? You can't trust them. All right, because they're worse than me. They're paying attention to this guy. They're watching content based on this person. So that really doesn't lead their opinion to hold much validity, does it? Does it? So I might do them earlier. Who knows? We'll do it. We'll try. But so yeah, I did a little bit of a hot live stream. I think maybe 2 days ago, ranking the hottest magicians. That was a fun one. Today is a little bit more of a chilled stream, chilled, hot, heavy, ready, and what you know. Sorry, I just read that comment. You should pre-record a live stream and play it one of these days and see how long it takes for us to notice. That's really funny. I'll do that. I don't think it will take. I think it's either both extremes. It's not going to be somewhere in the middle. You're not going to notice after like 30 minutes. You're either going to notice within you're going to notice within what do you call it? Like maybe within the first 5 seconds you'll do it. And then or you'll notice by the ending of it when I say, "Hey guys, this was a pre-recorded stream." So, it's one or the other. I think that would be a hysterical thing. You gave me a good idea. I'm going to write that down in my notebook of infinite virginity. A little bit of a meme here, by the way. I don't know if you do this, but if you're gonna retract a comment that you write down, it's gonna pop up on the screen here. It's gonna show up on the screen. So you think that if you let me retract this comment, it's still gonna show up on the screen. So it doesn't really matter if you're gonna retract it. So of you talking to Tone, you say, "I can't wait to see what Piggy says when he goes live." In the tone, in the tone. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. But that requires me just chilling and doing a video for that amount of time. And I don't think I have the patience. I don't think I have the patience for that, to be honest, bro. This is fucking weird. Why am I getting a wall of text? You know when you get a wall of text from someone and you're like, wow, this is weird. Why am I getting a wall of text from people? I shouldn't deserve this. I'm a person. I'm a person of color. I'm a person. But I did that little bit of a hot video. I don't think there's going to be a video tomorrow. There might be a video on Thursday. And by might, I mean there's definitely going to be a video on Thursday. But there isn't going to be a video on Thursday. Okay, I'm on crack. I apologize. There isn't going to be a video tomorrow. There will be a video on Friday. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. I feel like the magic, the magician, comes out and shows itself in the form of stuttering or retardation. So you should go live on Instagram. I would if I had battery on the phone that I go Instagram on. If I had battery on that, I would definitely do it. And I don't think this one has battery that well. I don't think this one has fucking battery. Yeah, no, this one has no, it won't last for stream. It definitely won't last for that stream. But yeah, we do got sleight of tongue in the house. We have sleight of tongue. And we have Dan Peets in the house. We have Global Magicians, all up in the West Coast here. I'm not in the West Coast. I refuse to be in the West Coast. I don't want to catch it. Here's the thing about the West Coast. The West Coast is gonna be like that part in Fort Lauderdale that I went to the other day. That I was very put aback by their ice cream, but too many dudes holding hands. Too many dudes holding. I don't like that. That's a joke. I hope to be famous one day to the point where you could clip certain segments from live streams and videos and then put that on the news and say, "Oh, we've missed the signs. We've missed all the signs so far of Pig Cake being a homophobic, racist magician. They was here this entire time and nobody's ever noticed until now, until I have 100,000 followers." That's what I really hope to happen. I shouldn't be in the house restraint. Yeah, you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice there. But I want to get popular enough to that point. That'll be a goal. That's a bucket list item. When I'm popular enough that things I say actually matter, and it's not just verbal diarrhea, or it's just pig cake being pig cake again. I want to be able to say something, and it's a thread, somewhere on genieforum.com. That's what I'm hoping. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case, at least for the time being. Or at least according to Social Blade. That's the reason why I said grown man streams until he hits 100K. Boy, Social Blade is not really happy. It's not really a happy thing when you look at Social Blade, especially when you look at my channel. It's like, you will reach 100K in the year 2025. Thank you, Social Blade. That's cool. Thank you for that wonderful boat of confidence. Do you do other things? Do you have other services that may not want me to grab a knife and stab it through my jugular? Is that something that's cool? Jesus. I think it's more of a legitimacy thing. Unfortunately, with 40, 50, 60, even 70, your channel's not legitimate to YouTube. It's not a legitimate thing until you reach 100K, until they give you something. Even if it's a result of a Chinese factory, and the actual metal itself, or the whatever thing they send you, even if it might be, $5 that it cost them, and that's me being generous. It probably costs maybe $1.30 to make that particular plaque. It still signifies the fact that you get a YouTube manager. It means that you have a little bit more pull than somebody that just has 46K. So unfortunately, numbers matter. Numbers matter. Silver plaque. I don't like that silver. I don't like that it's silver. I think silver's too close to white, and honestly, that's not progressive enough. I think that it should be a little bit more on the darker side. If it was possible for it to be darker, that would make me feel better as a person that lives in a society, I think. Oh, hey guys. Brian Connor here with apparently a written imitation of the way I say hey, or hey guys. I don't like that. I feel like you're making fun of me. I feel like you're making fun of my stutter, of my magician stutter. It's a real stutter, man. I did some magic, and then that caused me to stutter throughout my life. You know what I love? I love saying I'm gonna get water before I do the stream. I'm gonna get a water and fill up my Coca-Cola thermos with water, and I didn't do it. Yo, Brian posted a video wrecking people with Big Bro today. I am. Oh, I am making fun of me. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you. I apologize. Look at Brian having the time to watch videos when he's in his castle, in his California castle. I seriously need to find that video. If you guys have it or have seen it, please let me know. What's this? Gold. Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, the company that the company, that's something that's been well known, Danny. The fact that the too many Dannys, by the way, holy shit. But the what do you call this? The fucking gold medals and the silver and the things, they're mass produced by a Chinese company, and it's the exact same one that they have, which is kind of interesting because when you hold that particular thing as a huge accolade. Oh, I had this trophy that's exclusive that I could only get. No, I can order it right now. But it's not about that. It's about making it. It's about making it, legit. Even if it's produced in a company that is definitely adding to the carbon footprint. Piano Man. I didn't know Brian was a piano virtuoso until I saw the SOT review of Big Brother. Yeah, man. You're on that piano tip, dog. On the piano tip. Not to make it about me, but I'm going to make it about me. I'm going to make it about me here. But when I was younger, I remember I used to play by ear. And then, I was like 5, 6, 7, 8. I wanted to be a pianist. I wanted to play with people's pianists. But I was playing the piano, coming up with chords without knowing anything about music. Just like, oh, this sounds good. And then that was really impressive to the old ladies. I remember my mom. It'd be like, hey, play that thing you were doing at the house the other day. I'm like, I don't want to do that. And then I'd play something, and all the old ladies would be like, oh, that's nice. In the same way that those ladies made fun of me when I did my first card trick ever at the stand-up MRI office. I won't ever forget that. I won't ever forget that card trick I did for those two receptionists, which is oh, you have two aces here. You pick the card. They picked the card and they signed it. Oh, you picked. Okay, so here we have two aces. Right, we have two aces here. Go ahead. Hold your hand out and hold the deck. Okay, perfect. We just have two aces here, right? So I'm just gonna shake them, and look. If you see a card appears between them, what's the card you picked? That's what I thought. And then that was the trick I did. But I was all shaky and stuff, and then I did it like that pretty much. It was pretty bad, to be honest. But yo, thank you, Piggy. I've been depressed and thinking about suicide for a while, but I want to make you happier. Thank you for all the laughs. I'm glad that's the case, man. If that's true, again, people tend to meme, but if that's the case, I'm really glad. Something I do find, that gives me a lot of pleasure doing this video or doing these videos is whenever I get messages and feedback from people telling me that my videos really put them through a hard time, or not put them through a hard time, but got them through a hard time. So yeah, so. If that, if my videos were able to do that for you, then I'm thank you, thank you. But that was my what was I? Oh, the pianist. That's what it was, the pianist. Only stopping to say that the past is difficult to do. To do. Difficult to do. Too bad you didn't continue the piano. You could have grown up to create Big Brother. See, I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm not that intelligent. All right. You think, oh look, I'm gonna be able to come up with the classic of magic, the classic uh artificial intelligence finds artificial intelligence finds the selected card types or genre of magic. uh But yeah, I remember that. And then here's the thing: when you do that as a 7-year-old and you're playing the piano, and then you're doing it by ear, older people are like, oh, that's cute. When you're 18 and you're playing the piano shittily, when you have other 13-year-olds or 13-year-olds that are, that gets a little bit. They don't find that as amusing. See you, Brian. Thank you for joining, dog. Sleight of tongue. Thank you also for joining. I hope you're not too busy practicing with your tongue. I know you aren't because you're doing magic tricks. Because you're doing magic. You're doing. Can I do this? I'm gonna disconnect the cable by accident. I don't want to accidentally do that. But you know what I do want to do? I do want to have this aesthetic. Let me see if I can have this aesthetic. Ooh, there you go. Okay. Did your cripple ass make it? No, I'm gonna go tomorrow, Satchel. I'm gonna go tomorrow to the post office. Look at this. Do you like this aesthetic? I prefer this. I like this aesthetic. Makes it seem a little bit more professional. Makes it seem a little bit hot. Great on 100K. Love the channel. I don't have 100K. That's the joke. That's the joke. I don't have 100K subscribers. I have 46. So the fact that I'm doing it, that's the humor aspect of my channel. Um, hey Piggy, what's up? Have you ever used Make Playing Cards? Make Playing Cards is typically done for, but thank you, William. I do appreciate that. But Make Playing Cards is typically where companies do their prototypes. They make their prototypes. They're not good, for use other than for prototypes. I like the finish. I like the finish particularly, but I'm not picky when it comes to playing cards. So the mic makes me want to ask if it will rain tomorrow. Oh, yeah, because I look like a weatherman, right? You know, it's funny. This is cable number 4, but microphone number 8. Look at that. There's no continuity here. There's negative continuity in my life. As a matter of fact, I don't even have a father, so I don't even know how I'm here. Honestly, I don't even know how I'm here. Um, what? Huh? That's fucking weird. That's fucking weird, dude. Do you like the Odyssey ring gimmick? No. No, I don't like the Odyssey ring gimmick, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't like black rings. I'm racist when it comes to my ring selection. I'm gonna put this back on the mic stand. I'm sorry if it got too close to my mouth, and the pop isn't working well. Let me put the pop filter back on. Okay, we're good. We're back. We made it. We made it here. I don't like it. I don't like it, to be honest, because it's a black ring. I'm very racist when it comes to my ring, and you have to have the gimmick on, which if you get it, you're gonna find why it's hard to put on. It's not gonna be super easy to carry it on at all times. If you want to do it, like if you could switch it, they give you 2 rings. They give you a gimmicked and a non-gimmicked ring, but the problem is if you have the fake ring off, or sorry, if you have the fake ring on, it's gonna fall off. It's gonna do stuff that you don't want it to. And ideally, the best situation is somebody says, "Hey, do something," and you go, "Okay, well, here's a ring," and then it jumps to your thumb, and then you do this, and it shows back up in your pinky, and then you could take it, and then do the thing where it jumps back on your thumb, and you could do stuff with that. But the problem is you can't do that. You're gonna have to go, "Hey, show me something." You go, "Okay, I don't know what I have here. Oh, I'll show you something with my ring. How's that? Look, oh, look, there you go." I don't like that. I don't like that. That's dirty to me. That feels dirty. That feels like my mom. Have you ever gotten a card stuck up your ass while you did a trick? No, no, no. Improvised. I've never done that, unfortunately. Fortunately. Um, hmm, hmm. Is there good ring magic? Yeah, there's excellent ring magic. Look up. Shit. Garrett Thomas has phenomenal stuff when it comes to ring work. Jay Sankey has some good ring work. Per se, Greg Wilson has the wonderful bit with a string. That's kind of a hit. a hit, as they say, the kids on the street, the black ones. How much sex can we get via an Odyssey ring performance? Probably none. You have to be Kalen Morelli. But I feel like Kalen Morelli has what we call puto vibes, mad puto vibes, where he gets girls just based on his lack of care and his appearance. I find it interesting that your wizard or magician ring has gotten thicker over time. True piggy watcher. Yeah, that's how you could tell the videos, the age of the videos. If it's a thin bitch ring, those are my first videos. If it's a slightly thicker ring with a twist, that's slightly more recent video. And if it's this, it's the most recent videos, circa 2018, circa 20. Is it? Yeah, I think it might have been 2018. I had a card stuck up my ass, suck up my ass, from this one trick. If you look up Gavin McInnes, who's it's gonna be harder to find him now because he's been banned from a lot of things, but he had a trick like 10 years ago where he did a little bit of a little bit of a hotness, where he had somebody pick a card, and they picked it, and they didn't sign it, but he had somebody pick a card, and then he tries to find it and he fails, and he goes, ah, fuck, I guess that's it. That's the trick. I can't do it. And he goes, oh, wait. And then he reaches into his ass, and he pulls out a condom with a card. And then he reaches inside of the condom, and inside is a card they picked. Wonderful thing. Wonderful little bit by Gavin McInnes. And that's back before, it was like 11 years ago on YouTube. Back when YouTube was pretty much essentially just based on cat videos. And some people try to sneak pornographic imagery in there. And I'm not a fan of porn. I'm not a fan of porn. What's your favorite pass? The Tinder pass. The Tinder pass. That's what it is. That's the classic pass is my favorite pass. Can you do a tutorial on that? I could do a tutorial on that here. You have two duplicates, and then you force one, and then you pretend to find the wrong card, and then you go whoops. But here's the problem: you have to stick a card in your butt, and I don't know how well, I know you're super comfortable with that, but not me, because I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Do you think he washed his asshole before that trick? I don't think so. I don't think he washed his asshole before that trick. I think that, as a matter of fact, it added to the credibility of the trick by not washing his butt. I think that's the better. That might be the case there for him. He didn't wash it, so then it was a little bit more of a reveal at the end. He goes, oh, here's the card, and then he's able to take off all the impurities. My double lift no longer sucks. The worm can come back. By worm, do you mean penis? Do you mean penis? Is that what you're referring to as worm? Or are you referring to something else? Or noodle? Are you referring to what I mentioned the other day about getting hit by the wet noodle? If you're having sex with an older male magician that no longer could perform, so he has a wet noodle. One of these, one of those. Is that maybe what you're referring to? And then Jarrett says the audio went off. The audio did not go off because I could see the levels. You fucking liar. You fucking liar. Why do you keep putting your mixtape here, dude? Why do you feel your mixtape? How do you... I don't understand. This is like the fourth time you do that. You put your mixtape here, and then you don't say what it is. You just put that. Pick Your Poison Homicide remix. Diss at Dead Pete's dad. What the fuck does that even mean? I wanted to put a mixtape. I'm not even putting a mixtape of my own. So what makes you think that that's okay, man? Just dropping your mixtape and not even telling people about it. Are you ever going to do a face review, or are you happy not being recognized in public? I'm happy keeping the mystery of my face out of the channel. I'm happy with that aspect of it. So it's not because I don't want to get recognized in public, because obviously that's not going to happen. But I think that it's more for the mystery on the channel that I keep my face not on the channel, I guess. I thought you were gonna show your face on the hot magician ranking. My heart skipped a beat and my mind skipped a pulse. That's fucking funny. Because it's backwards. Because it's. Well, I mean, technically it's not because beats the heart. Okay. But if it would work either way if you said pulse and beat, if you switched them. I'm retarded. No, man. Why would I do that? That would make no sense. Is Top Notch here? Top Notch is not here, Lucas. Fuck. Top Notch is not here, from my understanding. So you could stop that. I'm still more upset that there's a mixtape dropped, and then there's no talking about it. It's like he just pasted. He just pasted. You know, the link to his mixtape. Like, I'm gonna delete that just because you're not telling me what's cool about it or why I should listen to it, cunt. If you ever show your face, how are you gonna handle your popularity? Are you gonna do meetups? Well, I already want to do meetups. But I have to find creative ways around not showing my face if there happens to be a meetup. Do a trick where you steal someone's phone. That's not a trick. That's theft. There's a difference between a trick and theft. That seems to me like that's theft. And people aren't enjoying that. People wouldn't enjoy that. Do the Eminem impression again. It's not even the Eminem impression. It's the what the fuck is his name? Chris D'Elia imitation of Eminem. Walruses and horses. Gorgeous. And then show your face in all caps. I'm not gonna show my face. That's my response to that. That's my fucking response to that. Piggy, I mailed you an iPhone 4S with a FaceTime connected and a battery pack so I could finally see your face. The fact that it's an iPhone 4S with FaceTime connected, that's not safe because that means that you left your account. You left your account there, and why would you leave your account for me not to fuck with it? You know? Make a costume meetup. Come late to it and no one will know. Yeah, I could do that. And then I think it'll be hysterical if I pretend like I didn't show up. Like, oh, hey, did he show up? No? I knew it. Pig Cake's just a bitch. Pig Cake's a big old bitch, dude. What's this one here? Saw a dude riding his motorcycle today on the highway with an Elmo helmet on. It was pretty darn funny. Maybe you could make a piggy helmet. Or maybe not. Listen, I've had 2 instances that have kept me away from helmets, although I'm probably going to have to from now on because of the fear of getting hit by a vehicle and dying. But I think I said it before that one of the times that I rode my motorcycle, there was a spider on the inside of it, and that wasn't fun. And then on the other time, I sneezed inside of my helmet, and it blurred my vision enough for me to almost skeet out of my bike, and that scared the fuck out of me. You didn't ride it with a helmet. What the f? Yeah, I know. I'm a bad person. If you see the picture of me after the accident, you would have. It's me in a wife beater and shorts. That's the worst part. If you would have seen me after the accident, it's me in a wife beater and shorts, and boating shoes. Cause I literally just went a couple blocks away from my house, so there was a picture of me with the hooker, where she's giving me her number so she could send me the pictures that she took after it. That's really funny. Then make a butcher shirt where on the back it says sorry, wrong account. Oh, that's phenomenal. If someone asked you if you were pig cake, would you acknowledge it? I'd probably lie. I'd lie like an asshole. Legally here, the only safety equipment you have to wear is a helmet. It depends from state to state here. There's some states that they require having a helmet and safety equipment. There's other states that require you to wear a helmet if you have insurance and or if you don't have insurance or whatever. It's weird. It's very weird, the laws here. But that's kind of interesting. That's funny. It's the only thing that's so you could literally wear. You could legally wear it. What's the noise in the back? That's a fan. But you shouldn't hear the fan because I look at that. Look at that. Oh, is the audio fucked up? I don't know if I believe you or not. I don't know if I believe you or not. Let me see this. Let me go to YouTube and check the audio. Because if two people are saying, "Hey, what's that noise?" then maybe I'll add credence to that. These nuts. Because if two people are saying, "Hey, what's that noise?" then maybe I'll add credence to that. Is that real? These nuts. See, it's good. It sounds pretty good. I feel like there's a lot of lies. See, it's good. Oh, so it leaves when I check it, right? That's what happens. It leaves when I check it. It sounds like there's a lot of lies. Okay, all right. You know, I believe you. I believe you. If it's some people here, and if it's not just a couple, or one particular cunt saying, "Hey, man, hey, dude, go back." I'm not gonna go back. I just exited. All right. You're making me fucking exit. I'm getting upset. Um, Intermittent. Yeah, it was probably the cable. I think the cable might have been a little bit loose. I put it in. Ooh, maybe that might have done something. No. Okay. Good. 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 That's how my mom likes it. Yeah. Sound off twice in a stream goes away. That's. Oh shit. Let's see. If Lindsay's telling you it's real, then it's real. Yeah, you're right. I feel like that's you meme, but you meme honestly. You're an honest memer. You don't mean to diddle with my emotions. But what was the other one? In Marseille, if you wear a helmet, you're a pussy. I guess. I mean, I don't know much about Marseille. I don't even know how to pronounce it correctly. Honestly, I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. But here I know the law is a little bit iffy. But I'm glad that you know that wasn't that wasn't an issue when it came to the legal issue whether or not I was wearing a helmet. So Florida, no, Florida isn't one of those states that cares. Apparently, Florida doesn't give a fuck. So in Florida, there's the Florida man memes. There's it's northern Florida. I haven't seen a lot from southern Florida, apart from the fights outside of clubs here or there. Um, but is that should I learn stacks? You should learn stacks. You should definitely learn stacks. You should learn one stack. I think that's the advice that every seasoned older magician gives to the young folk when it comes to stack work. You should learn one stack. So stick to one. If you're gonna learn mnemonica, learn that. If you want to learn the Aronson stack, do that one. So yeah, you should definitely pick one and learn it and stick to it. Where did you get your name, Pig Cake? I said it on last stream. I said it the last stream, and I'm probably gonna unlist that one. So you should check that puppy out before I unlist it. And it's only for the people that heard it. But I already said that story. And I didn't say it before then. I didn't say it before then until maybe the first stream. So it's a very little bit of a hot exclusive. So you might want to listen back to the last stream. Or sorry, the last stream, because the last stream is where I was ranking hot magicians. Which, by the way, ranking hot magicians is like, what is it that I read the other day? Uh, it's like a fat girl with big tits. It's irrelevant. It's not real. The big tits aren't real. So it's only hot in comparison. So that was really rough. That was hard to do. What did I hear the other day? Having big tits because you're fat is like having a fast car because it's falling off of a cliff. I don't know what is the legend or who is the legend that said that, but I think that there hasn't been more truer words said, about that particular subject. The new deck order stack, yeah, yeah. Number one is the Ace of Spades, but even that you still have to do a little bit of thought, because then you have to have the suits in order, and you have to take into account that, for example, the last three in particular, there's a couple hot ones. You have to take a couple things in consideration when doing that. What do you add to a GMC to make it go faster? Well, if it's falling off of a cliff or if it's about to hit an orange Hyosung Aquila from 2007, then definitely that's the case. The tits to waist ratio? Oh, a tow truck. That's funny. That's fucking great. I want a Ford Raptor, man. That's the unfortunate thing. Depending on how this issue goes and how much I get out of this lady's insurance for the whole getting hit by her car initially. Hey, Kylie Rose, subscribe. That's what's up. Kyra Rose. Kyra Rose. I got excited. I thought it was a girl. But Kyra Rose, thank you for subbing if you're listening. Case in point, I thought I was gonna get some Ford Raptor money, but the lady's insurance is very Mickey Mouse. It's very Mickey Mouse. So it went from Ford Raptor money, the possibility of Ford Raptor money, and if you look up a Ford Raptor, you see how expensive they are. It went all the way down to probably used smokers 2001 uh, Toyota Corolla tan color. That's the type of money it went from. So this whole issue with the legal shit came from all the way from Ford Raptor potential to probably 2001 used tanned Toyota Corolla previously owned by a smoker. So that's the unfortunate problem I think that I'm dealing with as a result of getting hit by a woman and her negligence. BMW E30 is the best vehicle. I don't know anything about cars. I'm not a car guy. I just know that I want a Ford Raptor because I want to overcompensate. I'm quite wasted. Can I learn right now? What can I learn right now? What can you learn right now? You could learn what trick? What trick can you learn right now? I don't even know what you could learn right now that you could do while being a little bit inebriated. I would say some complex cardistry. So some of this advanced old. I can't even do it. Wow, dude. I want to die. Some of these advanced cardistry moves. That's not even advanced, but okay. Don't you smoke? I don't smoke. I don't smoke. I've never smoked ever in my entire life. I've probably secondhand smoked about a thousand cigarettes, but I've never smoked personally. Richard Cranium. Do you know Richard Neck? I just realized that's Dick Neck. That's a Dick Neck. You did a callback in such a baller ass way there, Lindsay. Holy shit. Holy shit. Where's the ashtray in your first video from? It's from a friend of mine. It's from a friend of mine that he would come over and he used to smoke. Now he no longer smokes, he vapes. So I'd keep that cigarette thing with all the I'd keep it there to remind him how many cigarettes he smoked. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't give a fuck back then. So I would just leave it there, and I thought it was from the aesthetics. I was actually watching those first videos. And I'm probably gonna unlist them. They're all fucking awful. They're really fucking bad. Really cringy. I think my tone, my cadence, it's all very cringy. I'm very uncomfortable recording it. Yes, like that sort of stuff. Like, anybody could learn magic. Even you. Yes, you. Like that whole stuff. It's fucking cancerous. Have you ever had a bad habit aside from magic? Frantic masturbation is definitely it. Don't enlist the originals. They're great. If you say so, man. I'm not enjoying them watching them. I saw you liked my comment, so I rewatched it. Yeah, I saw the other ones, man. That's hysterical. That's fucking hysterical. I was looking through and seeing all the OG comments. I saw, Meat Blanket on the first video, and I'm like, fuck. That dude was around from the beginning. Holy shit. That's some dedication to the channel. I died so hard when you said Juan Tamaris looks like he smells like shit. It's facts, man. He looks like he smells like shit. Are you really 5'2"? You seen a legit 5'7" or 5'9"? Well, I appreciate that. I'm 5'2", unfortunately. My height has never been something that I've been particularly in doubt in. Luckily, I do have a proportionate penis. I have a penis that's proportionate to my height. So that means that it's it's there. It's there. It's solid, I guess, if you want to say that. It definitely looks why is it doing this? Okay. Oh, maybe because my phone got struck by a look at this. Look at that. Do you see that? Do you see that on my fucking phone? I've complained about this before, but I'm gonna complain again. All right, I'm gonna complain again. I have never broken a phone in my entire life. I've never broken a phone in my entire life. You see that? Never have I broken a phone. This phone broke because it got hit by a car. Why I got hit by a car, and I haven't replaced it yet because I'm cheap. That's honestly why, because I'm cheap, and I haven't had the need. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna deal with this. I hate it. I hate looking at it. But that's the only phone I've ever cracked in my entire life, right here, and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. Imagine seeing someone pull up in a Raptor, get out, not being able to touch the roof of the car. Oh shit! Yeah, that's the worst part. Having a penis that's proportional is like having a fast car because it's falling off of a cliff. Oh shit! Oh, that's a belly tapper right there. That's a belly tap. That's a that's a that's a oh fuck. Oh fuck. That's a hard punch. Almost died a little bit. Have I seen Daniel Madison's match switch? I saw it on Instagram. I haven't checked it out on the tubes yet. I really like what he's doing, man. On the YouTube. Whenever I see it, I like it. I know Richard Whiskey, aka Dick Liquor. Wait, you're 5'2"? Yes, I'm 5'2", cunt. Fuck. I'm a short cunt. I'm sorry, I just reread that thing about the Ford Raptor. That's the best part. I'll be coming out of a car and I can't even touch the fucking roof. I need like a special ladder to get in it. What do you think of Rubik's Cube magic? I think it's homo. I'm not a fan because it's just this weird thing you have to carry around. It's like, hey, look at this. Let me show you. Show me a trick. Okay, let me take out my Rubik's Cube and show you a magic trick with this. Yeah, it's impressive. You know, on stage, yeah, you could probably get away with it on stage. I think that that's a good time to do it. If it's a parlor show, maybe. But in a social situation, you're carrying a Rubik's Cube on you, buddy. You know, that's not cool, dude. Stop midget shaming pig cake. Thank you. Thank you, you fuck. If you would have bought Big Brother by Brian Connor, you might not have broke your phone. Dude's got mad phonistry skills. Yeah, you're right. I would have known. I would have caught it as I was getting struck by the front chassis of the GMC. I would have caught it, and the car would have the phone would have hit my hand, and I would have landed with it. Funny enough, the phone was handed to me by a Cuban passing by. So a Cuban, an older Cuban guy, was passing by as I was on the ground, rolling in pain from suffering, you know, from getting hit by a car. Fuck, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I mentioned it, but it's just a traumatizing experience. And he said, "Here, man." And I looked at it. He handed it to me face down, and then when I turned it over, I'm like, "Ah, oh, bitch, bitch." So phenomenal. Am I good at card table artifice? Really complex word there, man. Really SAT word. That's a hot one. Artifice. False deals, shuffles. Yeah, I guess, you know, dealing from the table, doing the whole that that hotness. I guess a little bit. My bottom deals suck. Second deals are passable, I guess. I do love gambling routines. I love gambling demonstrations. Darwin Ortiz has an amazing one, I think, called Thunder of God, or one, or there's something from God that's a good one. Bill Malone has a great one based on a subtle poker move by Paul Harris. That's a fucking great one. Subtle poker move is a wonderful thing. You pretty much deal. So the trick is, you know, you deal a hand for you and then a hand for them, like this, right? So you deal like two five-handed hands of poker, right? And then you look at your hand, and your hand has like these many cards, right? So then that's the first bit, and then the second bit is that you're able to deal yourself a really good hand. That's the second bit, and it's an impromptu shuffle deck. It's called a subtle poker move by Paul Harris. It's a phenomenal one. Is Teespring actually retarded? I don't know what you mean by that. Is Teespring actually retarded? I still see the message on the screen, even if you retracted it. You know, is it cooler to carry a deck of cards than carrying a Rubik's cube? It's probably more acceptable or tolerable. Where would you carry a Rubik's cube? In a bag, in a book bag? That implies that you have some sort of book bag with you, which is already. I mean, if you're a student, I guess. But if you're like hitting up the bar, like why are you're gonna be one of those people that has a JanSport? That's fucking cringe. You know, you gotta get a Filson. You gotta get a Filson or a fanny pack. But here's the thing about a fanny pack: you can't wear it here. You can't wear a fanny pack here. If I ever see you, by the way, and you approach me, and you're like, "Oh, pig cake, I really appreciate you. You know, I'm really glad what you did," and I see that you're wearing a fanny pack across your chest, I'm gonna fight the shit out of you. Like that's gonna happen. You gotta wear it around your fanny. That's the point. That's the name. It's a fanny pack. You're wearing it on your fanny. You know, or the upper pussy area. You can't put it here. You know, you can't put it across like you're some sort of fuck boy. You know, flexing on them haters with your supreme thing. I remember I was getting a haircut the other day, and this was probably a couple months ago, because I remember having two legs. So I remember this guy comes in, and he reeks like fucking. He smells like he just probably sold 100 pounds of pot. And then he comes in and he goes, "Hey man, you know what it is?" Literally, he shakes everyone's hand, saying, "You know what it is? Hey man, what's up? What are you rapping? You rapping as a greeting?" And then he fucking, you know, he's, "Hey man, you know what it is? Yo, take care, man. Hey, good to see you, bro." And he shakes everyone's hands. And then immediately after, he goes, "Hey man, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You know what I mean?" And he points at his fanny pack, and then he does this, and I'm like, "You came in. You said hi to everyone. You said hello to everyone. You know, and then what are you doing, boy? What are you doing, dog? You're leaving immediately because you got to do your thing, and then you come back and you smell even more like what are you? I'm here not trying not to ingest your air, not trying to ingest, you know, fucking what do you call that? The edible. I I'm trying to I'm trying to approximate that I'm ingesting an edible via my nostril, but I can't come up with the words because of the Comtrex that I've taken. Because I'm sick. If you could hear the if you could hear that, I'm sorry, it's the Comtrex. I ordered my piggy sweatshirt over a month ago, and it says that it's still printing. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that if that's factual. Especially if you ordered it a month ago and if it's still printing, that shouldn't make any sense. And then why did you tell me that they gave you a shipping date of last Thursday then? I don't understand how they could have told you, hey, it's coming last Thursday, but now you said that it's still printing. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Ramsey's 39. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how old Christopher is. That's something I've never said. Hey man, how old are you? Love Bill Malone. Why wasn't he on your hottest magicians list? Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're totally right. I should have added him. I didn't think it, man. I didn't think it. I looked up a list of most popular magicians and then put some YouTubers in there. YouTube magicians. Um, I don't know why I didn't think to put Bill Malone or like Tommy Wonder. I would have thrown it back for Tommy Wonder. Yost Bema. I would have thrown it back for him. What's this one? I don't know. What do you mean you don't? Do you see it on the website? You see it. It says either shipped, printing. It gives you statuses, right? So if you told me last week that the sweater said it was gonna get to you by last Thursday, and now you're telling me that it still says printing, you see how that's a clash? You see how those two things don't work together? Notch top, 3232. So that either means either somehow the computer glitched and you're getting a reading that says, hey, this thing printed and it's shipped and it's coming Thursday, and then now it says, hey, JK, it's still printing, or that you somehow, for some reason, are being facetious for no reason whatsoever. It's either or, so it doesn't make any sense. You feel me? You think I should take an ibuprofen? Someone's trying to scam Pig over a shirt. That's what it sounds like, man. Oh my god, is this real? Is this real right now? Yeah, dude, that's cool. That's cool. I'm gonna say, why the fuck did it take 4 messages to tell me that? You have to tell notch top 3232 again in European slow motion. I'm driving the bus. That's dangerous. I've seen a lot of videos of bus drivers that crash after texting, not paying attention to the road, and they injure and or kill potentially 70 or so people. Is this? I just put it on silent. Is this real, dude? Okay, I'm gonna take that off there. Um, but yeah, that doesn't make any sense as to why I would tell you that it's shipping on Thursday and then now it's suddenly still printing. You see how that's there's a miss. There's a Hadouken. I want to die. What was that? There was something I was gonna. I'm on my break. I'm on my break. But you said I'm driving the bus. Driving is a action. You know that means that you're driving. Hopefully, I'm gonna be able to go to the PO and get your thing tomorrow. Satch. Hopefully, it's not gonna be some sort of a tracker. I'm gonna open it once I get it. I'm gonna open it once once I get it, and then I'm gonna look through it to see if there is a little bit of stuff. There might be a GPS in there. There might be a phone that automatically sends a picture of my face. I don't want that. Do you have a magic routine that you do often to people? Well, I'll do that. I'll show you here what I'll do to people. Um, I shouldn't, but I'll show you just because. Here's what I do. So in case this situation ever comes up, I'll do this thing. I'll do, there's a force that I taught on Patreon, not to show that, but it's called the spread force, right? It's something that's been around forever, but it's just a timing force for a card. So I pretty much just do a peek. Forget about spread force or whatever. That's just the method that I use. But you could do a peek as a substitute. So you're going to have the spectator call stop anywhere they want. You have them look at that card. You catch a break and you glimpse at it. You do a little bit of a hot glimpse as you mix up the deck. You have them mix up the deck, and it's very important that you looked away the entire time here. So, you do your little glimpse. You do whatever method. You do whatever thing you need to do to get their card in your head. And you're looking away the entire time. You have them mix it, and then you do this really hot little subtlety by Richard Osselin, where you tell them, would it be impressive? Go ahead, hold the deck in your hands. Would it be impressive if I could go through that deck right now and find your card, the card that you were thinking of? And of course, they're gonna say yes, because you should have established, the fairness up to this point, and they should say yes. And you go, you know what? I'm gonna do it without touching a deck. You pause a little bit here. Look at me. Then here's what you do. Here's the Richard Osselin bit, which is amazing. You count to 3, and then you just name the card. That's it, right? So in this case, you count to 3, and you say, you're not going to count to 3 out loud, but you count to 3 in your head, 1, 2, 3. Ace of Hearts. That would be the hot opener there. That's what I would open with. And then at that point, that's pretty strong. I would find a little bit of, so I would take the deck back on the offbeat, find the Ace of Hearts, right? Ace of Hearts is there. Cut it right to the top of the deck. Set it down. If they happen to want to see something else, Ace of Hearts is on top. If they don't want to see something else, or if that was sufficient for this particular thing, or if maybe the moment switches, or something else comes up, or a topic, they want to talk about that, and you want to get into this later, the card that they named or the card that they were thinking of is on top of the deck. So usually what I would do from that is Yamfakan. Yamfakan is any card at any number by Paul Wilson, that I think is one of my favorite versions of the trick. And it's wonderful because at that point, that's the offbeat, right? So they shouldn't remember that you touched the deck. Last thing that happened was you were able to apparently, read their minds, and apparently able to tell them the card that they were thinking of. So it's really hot at that point. And then you haven't touched the deck supposedly. So imagine when you have them name any number. Let's say they name whatever number. You get into Yamfakan, and you're able to find the card that they were thinking of at the number that they picked after they supposedly shuffled the deck. So I think that's a little bit of a wonderful thing. You shouldn't have to do much after that, honestly. But that's a little bit of a hot, just like it's to me. I'm lazy. I'm a lazy magician. So if I have to work, I'm not gonna work. I don't want to work. So that's something that doesn't require a lot of work on my end. It's just a glimpse, which, I mean, if you're one of these people that still has the shakes when you perform, a glimpse isn't something that requires a lot of work on your end. So you're just glimpsing a card. apparently reading their mind, and then at the end they find the card at the number that they picked. Yamfacan is super easy to do. You don't really have to think about the method at all. And that's a hot one. I think that's a really, really nice little routine to establish yourself and to make sure that you're credible. And I think that that's definitely dope. If you want to do the method that I've shared for any card at any number, if they've picked in this case, the Ace of Hearts, and you want to do this method, right? This little switch right there, you're more than welcome to do that one. That's a little bit of a hot one. How about a crescent peak? Have the spectator selected card, put in your hand, and show it to the spectator, making it so you could that thing, this thing. This is good for some things. I think this is good if you're doing one of these sort of style routines where it's just to find the bow. If you're just gonna bow and you're going to flex the card this way, I don't think that that's a good particular peak. However, if you're using it as a premise for example, your fingertips are able to feel the difference in the cards or feel the ink, and you bow the card that way, it makes sense for the card to bow. So that way you get your glimpse and it makes sense. You feel me? You feel me? So that's what I would prefer to do, Satchel. But that's a good idea. That's definitely a good idea. If we find another way to glimpse a card, there's this way. I don't know if you guys have seen this glimpse. Has anyone ever seen this glimpse? Ooh. I don't think I've seen that a lot. But this is what's his name? 90s. David Harkey. I think it might be David Harkey. You're flicking the card and you're peeking at it. So by flicking the card and saying, remember the card, if you're looking down on the card, by doing this, you get to see the bottom index in a like a flash, in a microsecond. You could try it right now. It works tremendously. But you could flick the card and you see it for a fraction of a second. That's enough for you to peek at it. But it's done in such an innocent gesture, you touch the card, go ahead, remember it. Okay, there you go. Put it back. There you go. And that's it. That's all that you take to peek the card. It's a wonderful little method, and I haven't seen a lot of people do it. But that's the flick peek, I guess. I'm going to have to look it up, but I remember David Harkey. I think I might be wrong on that. I might be wrong on that. I think it might be older than that, now that I think about it, because David Harkey's was one of these. David Harkey's was a top-down peek, where you would have him look at the card and you would look down like this. You would just angle it a little bit more towards you so you could see it that way. That might be David Harkey's. But this one is another great one. And it's just a one-card peek. That one right there? Remember it? Perfect. Go ahead. Put it in the middle. So that's a little bit of a baddie. Little one of a hot one. Like Flick Glimpse is rare. It's in the Book of Gaze. Thank you for that. Thank you for that insight. Flick Glimpse. It's in the Book of Gaze. Shinlim does a flick peek a lot. Does he actually, by the way? Does he? Or is that just a bit there? I'm only 14. I know that Piggy can beat the hell out of me if I try to scam him. But I don't know what to tell you, man. I have to see it on my end, and hopefully I'll be able to solve it. But if it said, hey, this thing shipped and is supposed to arrive to you on Thursday, right? And then now it says still printing. Either you misunderstood. I think I'm definitely sick. Either you misunderstood what it meant, or I need to see what's up. I need to check it out. But there's no reason why I should have taken this long. Oh, that reminds me. How close, suburb wise, was I with the Butcher movie poster? Let me see what you mean. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see what you mean here. So I'm gonna look up RB. Did you get banned, by the way? Did you get blocked, RB? I saw that. With the piss meme. I don't know if that's if you were being genuine about being blocked. But let me check RB's bad photoshops. My neighbor. Hold up. Was this Are you talking about this one in particular? Are you talking about that one in particular? It's so badass for making those movie poster series. Yeah, yeah, he's definitely seen some vagina. This one was golden, dude. This one was golden, bro. The fucking, oh, beautiful. That one is amazing. It's just Daniel being an average height. I'm not. That was beautiful, man. Holy shit. Uh, but if that's the one you're talking about, and what did this one say? Top notch. 2323. Stop crying, I'm here. See, I feel like that's the genuine top notch. To be honest, mine is badass. Yeah, yours is fucking great. My dude killed a Stefan. He got Stefan here. He got the Satch with the mat. Oh fuck, that's sex. That's fucking sex, dude. Dude, I want to die. Uh, I forgot it's Wednesday. I sat down to take my nightly poop and say Pig Cake stream was live. Nice. I'm glad the notifications are phenomenal. Phenomenal. How is that? And we got Matthew Pitchburgh. Matthew Pitchburgh. Do we? I don't know if we do. Or unless I missed him for some reason, I don't see him. But definitely adds credence to the fact that it's fucking it's the hot one, the only one on a break here. I never get notified when you're live. YouTube just logs me out whenever you post anything. That's great. I'm glad. I'm glad YouTube has my back when it comes to sending out notifications. Pittsburgh, stop following me, dog. Well, we'll find out tomorrow, man. Hopefully, when I go to the PO box and turns out that inside is some sort of tracking device, some sort of way that you could see, my face and or identity just based from, I don't know, the fingerprint. Like it sends you like a signal through the Wi-Fi. Ooh, ooh, did I just? No, I didn't break. Okay, I thought I broke my this hot. This is the first camera, by the way. This is what I filmed those first episodes with right here. These there's a little bit of a hot bad ones. So episode 1, as cringy as it was, I set that shit on auto mode, and I did the audio with a different mic. That was bad. Those were bad, dude. Did the whole mini Butcherverse show up? I don't think so. Depends. Depends. If we see Matthew Pitchburgh. Tips for the one-handed riffle shuffle. Let's see if I can do it with this deck. Yeah, the condition of the cards matter. That's definitely one. This is an older deck. Also, the cut of the cards matters a lot. If it doesn't work when you do it one way, right? If it doesn't work when you do it in one particular way, then turn the deck around and try it again. But if you're having to jam the cards in there, isn't there a barcode on the battery you got? If you scan it at Target, it might show you something. I have the phone back there, right? And I got there isn't a code on the thing, on the phone battery. And I've stared at it, by the way. I've stared at it like tremendously. I'm like, what is? I've looked for writing on it. So the fact that I have to go to Target for it to see something. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know what that would do. And there isn't a barcode on it. There's a QR code that's like this small on the inside. Could you do the one on like this? So this is the thing about yeah. So here's the problem with this shuffle, and the reason I think people have a hard time learning it. You have to learn to let go at some point. You see this? At this point, there's nothing holding this packet. And that's why people have a hard time with this particular shuffle. So you're holding the deck like this, right? 3 fingers on the side, thumb in the back. You're breaking off with the forefinger, and then here's the problem. You're going to have to let go of this packet. This packet for a little bit of time until you get it to this position where you're going to interweave them at the lower right and lower left. You're going to have to let go of this packet. And a lot of people have an issue with that because then they want to hold on to it and they're afraid of letting it go because the cards are going to fall. But you just have to balance it and keep it towards your body. You see that? You have to angle it towards your body. So you're not going to be able to do the shuffle with the cards like that because they're going to fall off that way. So you need to trust the cards here in this particular case and aim it towards your body and slant it towards the left so that the cards don't fall. So that's a little bit of a hot tip on that. And don't jam if you have to forcibly stick the cards in there. You're not doing the move correctly. They should go in relatively easily. So they should go in relatively easily, and then obviously you're gonna flex this way. But you know, there's nothing wrong with putting your finger on top like that if you want to do it. You could even do a double. You could do a double one. Let me see if I could do it. There's a way of doing it. So you could do a double, which is kind of hot. And at 4 a.m. and I'm going so bad. Yeah, I'm dying. I'm dying on the inside of my body right now. You know that feeling when your throat's itchy and you want to kill yourself? That's what I have right now. But it's definitely it's definitely not an easy move. Not an easy move by any means. But once you do nail it, you're rewarded with a little bit of a shuffle that's gonna make you look like you are probably the biggest virgin on this side of the West. Let me see if I could do the false cut or the false shuffle version. Yep. Nope. Fucked it up. Maybe. Yeah. There's a couple different ways to make it false, but it's pretty stupid. Go outside and do the one-handed shuffle. It's 100% more effective. Not where I'm from. Where I'm from, if you do that, you know, then you're gonna have some humidity that you're gonna have to deal with. So you're also dealing with the elements. It takes a soft touch to interweave them. You're right, Notch Top. You are right. It takes a little bit of a soft feminine touch to make sure that they're doing it. But unfortunately, I'm at the end of the stream here, man. I'm really not. My throat's dying. You know, when again, it feels like I just sucked the BBC. But I think I'm gonna need to take something for it. But does anyone know Architect of Predictions? I mean, it's 79 bucks, so if that's worth it. I was really interested in the oh man, I was really interested in the watch. I was watching a Wizard product review, and the watch one is really hot. But it's very expensive. I think I forgot how much money it is, but it's pretty expensive. But you get a remote and the watch is rechargeable with USB-C from what I saw. But it's really dope. I got a dope effect. If you're familiar, there's a project I think that I came out with, the Anytime one, and there's a trick there that's like a one ahead thing. That's watch is 450. Ill. Yeah, no thank you, dude. That's too fucking expensive. But it does there's a trick in that project where you're having the spectator imagine that they're in a school, right? And they see a shape on the board, they see a name on the board, or no, they see a shape on the board, a name, and then they also see a time on the clock, right? How dope would it be to use that watch for that particular trick? You know, obviously the method is one ahead. I don't think I'm spoiling anything for that particular trick, but how dope would it be for that particular thing if you use a watch? You know, the prediction, instead of the prediction reading the actual time, how good would it be if the prediction says, look at your watch, right? And that way you could get one ahead. Ooh, fuck. Man, that's good. That's golden. I'm not going to even say more. I'm not even going to say more. But I'm not going to get the watch. So there's no reason to hide that. But I think that's a wonderful idea. You use the watch, right? You say, okay, look at the watch. That's the first thing you write. You do the one ahead bit, right? But you're using that to get one ahead. You ask for the name, then you ask for the you would have to come up with something else like a number or whatever, and then at the end, the last one, you say, oh, look at your watch, and then it turns out that the watch that you've been wearing from the start has the time that they named. I think that's a fucking wonderful trick. I think that would be amazing. Is it worth 450 bucks? I don't know if it's worth 450 bucks. That's for fucking sure. But I think that would be a fantastic fucking trick, and it really doesn't require a lot of work on your end. And then you could even do, I imagine it requires you, hitting the little remote. How dope would it be if you, you take the pen, as you put away the pen, you fucking, you do the little bit. So I think that's a dope thing. Have the Turner watch, using it for sure. Woo, damn, that's even better. But the Turner watch, I didn't know use your phone. I didn't know that. I had no idea. I watched the Wizard product review today, and they said, oh, that it disconnected from his phone. I'm like, what the fuck? The old one was a pressure switch. So there was a trick called Time Machine years ago that was a pressure switch on the what do you call this, the fucking, I can't even think right now, but a pressure switch on the, dude, I'm fucking dying, on the not the hand, but you know what I mean, on the strap, uh your there's a pressure switch and that spins the watch, right? And then that's what gets it to the right time, which I think is dope. But the Turner watch is fucking phone. That's kind of odd, but I think that would be a wonderful effect. I don't understand how you would get the time. How you would justify taking your phone out? You haven't had any problems, okay? I don't know how you would justify it in that particular routine, but I think for the other one, if I'm not mistaken, it's just a remote that comes with it. I think that one ahead routine, with that whole premise, you're having them think of a name or whatever, and then look at the watch, and the watch ends up having it. Oh fuck, that's golden. It's covert input. Okay, that's hot. That's hot. But that's a wonderful routine, man. Holy shit. Way too expensive though. Way too fucking expensive. But yeah, that's gonna be a stream, man. That's gonna be a stream. Thank you guys for joining up. Sorry I couldn't, you know, talk as much. I just feel like my throat had a BBC. I got a BBC by Shane Diesel. But I think that it goes with what they say whenever it comes to BBCs. You should always do what my mom said, which is